like it. Always so local.
Okay, thank you all, and seeing as it is now 2 p.m., I can go ahead and call the special called meeting to order of the Fayette County Board of Elections for the June 22nd, 2026, 2 p.m. meeting. The first item on the agenda is, of course, the approval of the agenda itself, and I would accept a motion.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we accept the agenda as written.
I second that motion.
Motion and a second have been made. Any further discussion? Seeing none?
Wait, sorry.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
We don't have the Pledge of Elections. Do we normally do that for the special call?
I don't think so, mainly for our normal
Okay.
meetings.
All right. Never mind.
We could absolutely look at adding that to our future special meetings. I would be open to that, definitely. Discussion, any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll call a vote. All in favor of the approval of the agenda as presented, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. This brings us to, of course, our public comment period. Speakers will be given a 5-minute maximum time limit to speak before the Board of Elections about various topics, issues, and concerns. Speakers must direct comments to the board, and responses are reserved at the direction of the board. Just before anybody comes up here, I just want to acknowledge first Beverly Daniel, our new board member that the commission has appointed, someone with a long history of elections experience, and I know we have quiet snapping as applause, but she's very well deserving of all the support and praise because of her wealth of experience, both in elections but in public service, period. A consummate public servant that has now been put on the board, and so I know the Vice Chair Alexander and I are very much looking forward to working further with her on the board and as we tackle improving our elections and ensuring a positive experience for our voters, staff, and the public at large in Fayette County. The Tuesday election on June 16th was significantly better than our May election, I will absolutely say. We took the lessons that we needed to learn, implemented them, and had a much better outcome on the ground and in the elections office as well. Right now, I will acknowledge the dates and times of our meetings have been turned around a little bit, given the schedule, given a recount in the Public Service Commission primary race as well. So we do have a number of things that are impacting the efficiency and operations of our elections department. So I would express thanks to the public for bearing with us through those times. But of course, I would give the floor now to any public comments. Again, you'll be at 5-minute maximum time limit to speak before the Board of Elections about various topics, issues, and concerns. And speakers must direct comments to the board. Responses are reserved at the direction of the board. So if you have any comments, please approach the podium, state your name and your Fayette County residency, and then begin your comments.
Hi, I'm Philip Thomas. I'm a Fayette County resident, and you had addressed some I'm just going to talk about just briefly. I asked the board that they, keep the webpage updated with regard to the proper dates and times of the meetings and all that, just because, on the PDF file that's available on there, the certification meeting for this most recent runoff was scheduled for today at 1, but on the schedule below it, it was scheduled for tomorrow. And thank you, Zach, for getting back to me for my email. So I appreciate that. But just asking to let the board make sure that everything is always updated and correct and all that, because this did cause some significant confusion for me and some people that I was speaking with. So, but I do appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is mic on. This is mic on.
Okay, any additional public comments? Okay, seeing none, I can go ahead and close the public comment period. We have one item of new business, specifically what this meeting is for, of course, the review of our precinct returns. So Director Garrett, I'd invite you to tell us a little bit of what we're looking at as we are evaluating our election summary report as well as our statement of votes cast.
Greetings, Board. Before you do have your election summary report. I do want to notate that it is still current. It is still current from election night. So for this election, we had a turnout of 19.99% approximately. I do want to notate that as far as absentee by mail, they still have until 5 o'clock today to cure their ballot. So we have 7 outstanding ballot cures that could possibly turn in their cure before 5 o'clock. You also have in front of you your provisional list, and it has 5 individuals on it. Out of those 5, 3 are eligible to receive full credit. We have not tabulated those votes into the election summary report since we still have additional outstanding absentee ballots. And then we do have one single absentee ballot that needs to be scanned as well. But to secure voter privacy, we wait on those things when we have such a small batch so that we're not scanning in one ballot into the batch at a time. With that, just so we're clear, so we have 5 provisional ballots. 3 of those are eligible to be cast. The other 2 are not eligible because they are not registered voters. We have 1 absentee ballot where a person cured their ballot since election night. And then we still have 7 people eligible to cure their ballot before 5 o'clock p.m. today. Are there any questions for me?
Yeah, just real quick, Director Garrett. At this time, do you need any action from the board as far as these provisionals?
I do not need any action from the board.
Okay.
And for record purposes, that's because there wasn't a determination that needed to be made on if they were or were not eligible, or if we did or did not need to count it. So it was black and white for this election.
Fantastic.
I do want to say one more thing. I did receive a concern from a citizen and or a party affiliate about our record online with the Election Hub, because you can track your voters there, and they found that there was one reconciliation that was off. So we have a program called Vote Safe, and that means that the voters' privacy is not able to be allotted to the public. So that's what the one number is for, just in case there's ever a question raised of why it's showing one off on our reports. I'm going to assume with the Secretary of State, because the software or the place that it was found wasn't confirmed, but I just wanted to bring that to light, especially since it came from a party. Just making sure that you're clear there. That's why that person's name doesn't come up on the list, because they are registered under our Vote Safe program with the state.
Explain that, please. Vote safe?
Who would be like a typical person under the Vote Safe program?
That is correct. Some voters are eligible to be in the program, so their information is not privy. I think one of the newer ones, and board member Daniel could correct me on this if I'm wrong, is that the judges just recently had an OCGA code that allowed them to go into the Vote Safe program. And that's just an example. It's various different reasons that they could be in that program.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And just for the public to understand, I believe our meeting today is strictly to review results before we certify the results tomorrow, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and where we used to always do it on the same day,
Yes.
right? And this had to change because of Juneteenth, the holiday on Friday.
That is correct.
Okay.
But for the record too, it also has to be done before 3 o'clock on the third day following the election. So we can't certify until 5 o'clock, but, you know, we're scheduled to do ours tomorrow. But it does have to happen regardless of the holiday, and we plan our certification by 3 p.m. on the third day after the election.
I don't think we've ever figured out why this was put into law.
I think,
To meet to review at 3 before we certify. Because there's no specs on what we're supposed to be doing, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just another example of the wonderful state legislature passing bills and laws knowing exactly the perfect outcome that would occur in the back end. And then when things do occur, they love to immediately solve the problem and listen to the public instantly and then, you know,
Yep.
make sure that everything is functioning well. Sorry if that was dripping with some sarcasm there.
I'm good.
Anything else for the director? Any other further questions or need for the board to review any other of our returns?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank you, board members. With that, I guess we can close our item of new business because no action from the board is needed for the review of precinct returns themselves. I don't believe we have any topics for executive session, so that would go ahead and bring us to adjournment itself, and I would accept a motion.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we adjourn.
Motion has been made. No second is required for an adjournment, but of course, one is always welcome. But any further discussion on the item of adjournment?
No.
Seeing none, I will call the vote. All in favor of adjournment, please signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Thank you all.